We all do it, right? That quick, almost automatic, I'm sorry, that just kind of slips out. But have you ever actually stopped and wondered why? Why we apologize so much, especially when something isn't even our fault? I mean, really think about it. Have you ever said sorry when someone else literally bumps into you? It's this weird little social habit, but it happens all the time. You might find yourself apologizing for needing a little help, or before asking a totally reasonable question. Or, and this is a classic, when a server gets your order wrong and you're the one saying sorry. On the surface, it just looks like we're all trying to be super polite. But what if this whole apology instinct isn't just some social quirk? What if it's actually pointing to something way more complex, a survival strategy that's been wired deep inside of us? Well, that's exactly what we're going to get into, because this tendency, it has a name in psychology. It's called the fawn response. So the fawn response is this automatic, instinctual reaction to what our brain perceives as a threat. But instead of fighting it or running away, the goal is to, well, to please it, to appease the source of the danger and just de-escalate everything to avoid conflict. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. You've heard of fight or flight, right? Fight is about confronting the danger. Flight is about escaping it. But fawning? That's totally different. Its main goal is to pacify the danger, to make it non-threatening by becoming as agreeable, as helpful, as apologetic as possible. Okay, so where in the world does this instinct to please and apologize even come from? Is it something we're just born with, or is it something we had to learn? And this is absolutely crucial to understand. Fawning is not some kind of character weakness or a personality flaw. Not at all. It's actually a highly intelligent survival skill that was learned, usually when we were very young. You see, this response often develops in really high-stress childhood environments. Imagine being a kid growing up around unpredictable or volatile adults. You learn very quickly that keeping the peace is absolutely essential for your own safety. So appeasing others becomes your go-to strategy for just getting through the day. So how does that childhood strategy get so deeply ingrained that it becomes an automatic habit in adulthood? The key here is that word useful. This wasn't a mistake or a flaw. It was a trait that worked. It literally helped a person survive a really difficult environment. When you look at it that way, it's actually a sign of incredible resilience. So here's how it gets hardwired into our brains. First, a threat is perceived. And as an adult, this could be anything from your boss's angry tone to just someone looking at you the wrong way. Second, that appeasement instinct kicks in automatically. You apologize, you agree, you offer to help. Third, this strategy often works. It de-escalates the situation. And finally, because it worked, the brain goes, okay, let's do that again, reinforcing the behavior for next time. Think of it like this. The brain is holding on to an old, crumpled survival map that was absolutely essential for navigating a dangerous territory back in childhood. The problem is, it keeps pulling out that same old map today, even when the territory is much, much safer. So, knowing all this about the fawn response, let's circle all the way back to where we started, that constant reflexive, I'm sorry. It starts to become pretty clear that a constant stream of apologies isn't really about politeness or humility. More often than not, it's an echo from the past. It's an echo of a time when keeping the peace was everything. It's the sound of an old, reliable strategy that was designed to create a feeling of safety, to manage chaos, and at the most basic level, to just survive. And understanding this is so powerful. It lets us have more compassion for ourselves if we're the ones always apologizing, and it gives us so much more empathy when we see other people do it. We can start to see it not as a weakness, but as a sign of their past strength. It really leaves us with this one fascinating question. The next time you hear someone say, I'm sorry, when they've done absolutely nothing wrong, just consider this for a second. What if what they're really saying is, please let me be safe? It kind of changes everything, doesn't it?